My fellow Ambazonians, this is Dr. Chuayaba. Um, I will be speaking this evening. I'm making this now because of the circumstances under which I operate. But I will need to clarify a lot of issues that are lingering out there. I will be talking about the outcome of the Coalition for Dialogue conference. As I said during my participation, we welcome every initiative that can put Ambazonia on the map. We welcome every contribution and every effort. Most of them have good intentions. But what we have noticed along our path for independence is that there are individuals who try to exploit such opportunities for themselves. There are individuals who seize upon every initiative to use it as a platform, not for Ambazonia, but for their group or for themselves. That's why most initiatives have failed. If we enter every initiative to build genuine partnership, work together on the issues we agree, strengthen Ambazonia, we would have made enormous strides going forward. But I will expatiate on this this evening. What we have also noticed is that there are loud voices amongst us calling for dialogue, talks. You can't talk with yourself. You can't have a conversation with yourself. You can't negotiate with yourself. You need a party on the other side committed not only to negotiations, but to implementing the outcome of such negotiations based on the principles of good faith. Do we have such a party? I have explained severally that Cameroon is interested in military victory. That is how it has survived for 60 years over Amazonia, the use of force. And it believes that by infiltrating our war and raising voices for talks, dialogue, a sizable section of our population is going to capitulate and submit itself to its malpractices. I can assure you that it's not going to happen. This is a nationalist liberation war. We kill from other countries and peoples who have resisted tyranny and oppression, and the determination with which they have done so, the clarity with which they have articulated their intentions. We are not inventing the wheels. Others have been through this journey, and we can learn from those who won and from those who were defeated. I listened to an analyst who called me a warlord. What baffles my imagination is that the tyrant and the tyranny over the Mongol that has murdered our people for 60 years, they call him President Paul Biya. But the one who rises up in defiance to that tyranny and oppression, defending the territorial integrity of our homeland, is called a warlord. I know even when Jesus was on the cross, one of those that hung beside him asked him to prove himself if he had the power over death. And we expect these calls. Amazonians are analysts. They've been analyzing for 60 years. They have been researching Ambazonia. We're still doing surveys. We are still trying to imagine. But very few have been bold enough to prescribe a solution and take the lead to make sure that that solution leads to the independence of our homeland. We've got too many analysts, too many doctors and lawyers quoting the law and trying to, in each decade, tell Ambazonians why you need to be free, but aren't man enough to rise up and say, I am going to take the risk, you know, to walk across, this deadly river. Why they are doing analysis and prescribing talks and stuff, we are the solution oriented generation. And I make no apology to anyone, to any groups of persons, those who are trying to instrumentalize our war of independence for their own whatever. We are going to resist Cameroon to the logical end. When they are committed to negotiating themselves out of our homeland, we will commit and have that discussion. You see, this is not some joint ownership of a place. This is not like we are disputing a territory that is jointly owned by Amazonia and Cameroon, where we have to go and have negotiations on some details. This is our land, occupied by this brutal occupier that has used arrogance and murder to keep itself there. So all those, I don't know what they want to talk with over Cameroon. I don't know what they want to discuss. I hear people saying they want the war to end. In no war of liberation have I heard the oppressed calling for the war to end. I hear the oppressed calling for the occupier to leave. It makes a big difference. I never hear the oppressed calling for peace. I hear the oppressed calling for justice. Independence means independence. It is not gonna be negotiated. Cameroon has to leave. They haven't shown the signs. If you've picked up any indicator that shows that Cameroon is willing to pack out, let us know. Even in terms of committing to mere discussion, it hasn't. It is busy recruiting from amongst us enablers and infiltrators, parading them along our streets, orchestrating the murder of our children, and trying to instrumentalize and politicize, the pain of our people for political advantage. It has tried to use its media to undermine our narrative. Where are the signs showing Cameroon's willingness to commit to meaningful discussion? Where are the signs showing Cameroon's willingness to get out of our land and let us get our IDPs back to our own villages, even under our thatched roofs? They haven't shown those signs. What they are doing is parading our street with armored cars, and bringing in their colonial infiltrators to overlord us. And we are going around, like beggars, miserable beggars. If you aren't ready to put your life on the line for a just cause, just sit in your room, wait. When independence and freedom is achieved, come over and enjoy the fruit of the labor of others. But stop pontificating, stop parading narratives across time and space that, has never led anybody to freedom. My people, if we want to be free, we must be determined to fight the enemy. I understand there is suffering. I was born there. I live on the street there. I walk to school there without shoes. I suffered there. I was wounded there. I was detained there. So I'm not sitting here and prescribing a solution I haven't fought. I fought there. I took down the Mongol bridge there. I oversaw the building of 1,500 men in Alabukam in 1996. In Jumankon, in Ntamafe, in Tambang. I held those places in Victoria. I marched on the street. I slept at John Frundi's home for close to 2 weeks. Blocked the street of Behindche, blocked the street of Tarinkon, blocked the street of Metakwata. I did the same in Lonesome. I did the same in the market in Newtown. In my one hospital. We have tried whatever to even convince this occupier to integrate us, make us slaves, but just give us the right to exist and breathe in our own country. It can't tolerate us to have our mayors. It can't give us the GCE board. It creates universities that it can't really equip. What the hell are we begging these guys for? Let them get the hell out of our land. This is our homeland. It's not theirs. We are not asking for Yaoundé. We aren't asking for Ebolova. We aren't negotiating borders that are not international borders. They signed off to it in 1919. So give us a break. If you are tired, go have a rest. When you get more energy, come and join us. For us, this is the time to stand on once and for all and end this nightmare over our people. We can't live our lives as beggars on a daily basis. All of those parading the corridors of power out here in the West are miserable as well as those on the ground. We've carried our poor mothers and fathers, and they are sitting here in isolation because we haven't got a home to return to. Man up, burn up, rise up. That is what it takes to be free. You can't enjoy it without sacrificing. I don't know if I've already made the speech I wanted to make tonight, but I really think Ambazonians must understand the beast they are dealing with. They must understand how these guys manipulated the Fonchas, the Endeles. They played Muna over the others. They played Foncha over Endele. They played A over B. They divided those people, and that's how they succeeded. Those who resisted like we are doing today were murdered. Not this time. We are also armed. Get the hell out of our land. Leave us in peace. To live in our poverty-stricken land, or to build it and raise it to take care of Ambazonians. This is non-negotiable. When the signs are there, you will know. For now, they are busy putting military on our street, terrorizing taxi drivers and market women in Bamenda. A lady who objected was briefly taken into custody. All of these murderers must be held accountable. God bless Ambazonia.